Walsh, can you please lead us in the pledge?
Yes, thank you. I
pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Please remain standing and join the board in a moment of silence as we honor our veterans, our first responders, and our active military. Today, we ask that you keep the Hink family in your thoughts and prayers as former Mayor Bob Hink passed yesterday. Thank you. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our public hearing. We have 3 hearings today. We are going to ask Clerk Rivera to please call the first item.
Please take notice that the Board of Trustees of the Village of Mineola will hold a public hearing on Wednesday, June 11th, 2025 at 6:30 p.m. at the Village Hall, 155 Washington Avenue, Mineola, New York, 11501, or at some other locations to be hereafter designated by the Board of Trustees regarding the granting of a cable television franchise agreement by and between the Village of Mineola and Cablevision Systems Long Island Corporation. A copy of the cable television franchise agreement is available for the public inspection during normal business hours at Mineola Village Hall, 155 Washington Avenue, Mineola, New York, 11501. At such public hearing, all persons will be given the opportunity to be heard. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay. Well, our hearings tonight, all 3 of them will follow the following format. The applicant will come up and make a presentation. The board will ask any questions that it has, then we'll open it up to public comment, and then we'll go back to the board, and if there is no public comment, we can choose to vote on the matter. And please state your name and your relationship to the applicant when you approach the podium. Good evening.
Hi, good evening. My name is Samantha Pardell Jerez, Director of Government Affairs at Optimum, sub of Altice USA, and the legal entity for the franchise agreement is Cablevision Systems Long Island Corporation. I'm here today to answer any questions from the board or the public regarding the granting of a 15-year cable franchise agreement with Optimum. Cable franchise agreement gives the company the federal and state rights to install and maintain a cable system within the franchise area, which is the municipality of the Village of Mineola. We are seeking a 15-year term. The current agreement expired April 16th of this year, and under state law, we've been operating under the expired terms of the existing agreement. Some of the benefits to the village are free cable access, TV access to municipal buildings, including public schools and Village Hall, and there is also a provision to provide money, grant money, to support public education, government access. PEG.
And we also get this TV channel that we're on right now, right? Public
Correct.
access television. And this is, I believe, my second one with Altice/Cablevision. Pretty standard. We do the same thing with your competitor.
Correct.
Other municipalities do it. And this is essentially for you to be able to use our right of way, if you will, to provide the service that you provide. And the village in return gets certain benefits, whether it be equipment or the channel that we broadcast these meetings on, or in our buildings getting free Cablevision access. So it's pretty standard. Does anybody have any questions on the board? No? Okay. Mr. Gibbons, any issue from you?
No, Mayor.
No? Okay. Would anybody from the public wish to make comment? Okay. All right. This will be very quick. That's why we had you go first. Okay. We'll see you 15 years from now.
Much appreciated.
I'll entertain a motion to approve the agreement between the village and Cablevision Systems Long Island.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori, second by Trustee Casado. Mr. Rivera, please poll the board.
Trustee Clark.
Yes.
Deputy Mayor Sartori.
Yes.
Trustee Casado.
Yes.
Trustee Salaski.
Yes.
Mayor Pereira.
Yes. Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
We'll see you
Appreciate
in
it.
15 years.
Call me if you need me.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you so much. Mr. Rivera?
application of Steel Equities for a special use permit pursuant to Chapter 550 of the Code of the Incorporated Village of Mineola, entitled Zoning, Section 550-16, entitled M District, subsection A, to establish an indoor pickleball gym with a juice bar upon the property known as 165 East Second Street, Mineola, New York, known and designated on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map as Section 9, Block 437, Lot 346.
Thank you. Mr. O'Keefe, affidavits of mailing? Received, thank you. Mr. Gibbons, Nassau County Planning Commission?
Recommended local determination, and ask for a resolution under CEQA designating this a type 2 action.
I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Salaski. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Come on up. And again, please introduce yourself, give us an address and your relationship to the applicant.
Good evening, I'm Maggie Regan. I will be a co-owner of Pickleball Prime. We are looking to get a special use permit for 205 East 2nd Street in Mineola. We are looking to install a 10-court pickleball facility that will include a gathering area and a mezzanine that overlooks the court where people will be able to join together to work, make new friends, and host parties if they'd like. We think it would bring a lot of business to Mineola, and we hope to partner with many of the businesses around us, such as the brewery and a few restaurants down the block that we've looked into, to kind of offer specials and deals so that people will come to enjoy pickleball, but then go out into the community to enjoy food, drink, smoothies, etc. We will be installing shower stalls so that people who possibly work in the community, such as the hospital, will be able to come, play pickleball, shower, and then go off to work. So it'd just be an added piece to the community.
Okay, thank you, and thank you for choosing Mineola. For those of you who don't know, this would be the former Great Neck Saw manufacturer's factory part of it, a warehouse part that would be converted into this. Tell us about your experience with this business, this type of business. Is this your first venture? Do you have others? How did you land on Pickleball Prime?
So this is our first venture, along with my father, John Coughlin, and my brother, Kevin Coughlin. We are all athletes, coaches, parents of athletes. We decided we wanted to combine our love of athletics with our love of community. And so we decided that we were interested in developing a pickleball community.
Can you tell us a little bit about hours of operation, days of operation, hours of operation, to the best of your knowledge at this time?
Ideally, we would be open 7 days a week, 365 days a year. And our hours of operation, ideally, again, catering to the hospital people who, typically shifts start at 7 a.m. We would love to open at 5 a.m. And be open till 11 p.m.
Excellent. It's in an area of the village where there are limited, residential properties close by. I mean, there are really none within several hundred feet, so that makes sense. What, now you mentioned, what kind of staffing would you have? How many employees at any given time, obviously, or would this be like codes where the members would have a code?
No codes. We would have a general manager as well as just general office staff, normally 1 to 2 staff, at a time.
Okay. And what about refuse? What kind of refuse do you expect to produce? I believe you're going to be selling just some juices and things like that and some snacks, but no, you're not going to be running any kind of snack stand or anything like, no cooking?
No, no food preparation at all. Right now, just to start, we're just going to be doing vending machine. Juice bar is something we'd like to look at down the road once we gain a little bit more experience with the pickleball, the running of the pickleball facility. But right now, it would just be general vending snacks.
Okay. Deputy Mayor?
I actually have no questions. I think it's great that you're bringing this here. We have an outdoor pickleball courts here, and they're always packed. Obviously, it's a frenzy across the nation, so I wish you all the best, and thank you for choosing Mineola.
Thank you.
Trustee Casado?
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening, everybody. I don't have an issue either. I gotta tell you, the first time I heard about pickleball was 5 years ago. I was in Somerville, South Carolina, and back then, everybody was doing pickleball. The whole neighborhood, it's like 7:30 in the morning, they'd be playing pickleball. It's a great sport for senior citizens. It's a great time, a great way to meet your neighbors and friends. So best of luck, and I'm in favor of this.
Thank you.
Thank you. Trustee Clark?
I have no questions. Good luck.
Thank you.
Trustee Salaski?
Will you be offering lessons?
Yes, lessons, tournaments, leagues, and hopefully children's clinics as well, because a lot of the kids are getting into pickleball, and we see it, you know, becoming a high school sport down the line in the next couple of years.
Be a championship team soon.
The next.
Ironically enough, the superintendent at Mineola has plans to put in pickleball courts, and I think a lot of school districts are doing that because they, you know, contrary to popular belief, it's only growing. It's not going away. You know, some people thought it would be a fad that would be over by now. But yeah, I could see definitely it being competitive scholastic sport down the line. So that's great. And unlike South Carolina and the states in the South, we don't have year-round weather to permit people to play pickleball, hence the indoor pickleball phenomenon. So we are, and I think you couldn't pick a better location than Mineola. You know, you have people who are going into the city for work, you have people who are going into the hospital for work. It's easy to get to. That area there is not highly trafficked, certainly not at 5 or 6 in the morning, and not at 10 or 11 at night. So I think you are in a great area. As we transition that part, and I'm sorry,
That's okay.
Trustee
Go right.
Solosky, as we transition that part of our village, when I was growing up, it was all factories. You had Allen Air, you had Great Neck Saw, and it's starting to transition more into warehousing and other uses. We have a brewery down there. So hopefully this will be the next generation of uses in that area that invite people in. And I do appreciate your vision, your model of trying to incentivize people to not just come here, play pickleball and leave, but rather giving an incentive to, you know, go out for a meal or a drink, you know, before or after they play, and work with our Chamber of Commerce, work with our neighborhood businesses to perhaps do something that, hey, if you show them this card, you get 5% off, et cetera. Trustee Solosky, what else did you have?
Just following up on what the mayor said, where I taught previously, pickleball was the biggest event in phys ed classes, the biggest event. The kids would cut classes to watch the championships going on. And, you know, they would be running, telling the teachers, we're not coming, we're going down to watch the championship. So I think you're on to a great thing. I just have one question, and maybe it's just for curiosity for me. On the plans, I see a new 3-hour fire-rated party wall. What is a party wall?
Maybe we'll have and just give us your name, please.
Hi, my name is Richard Kent. I'm from the Kent Architectural Collaborative. I'm preparing the interior alteration drawings for the project. The party wall, so if you look at the survey, which we created an architectural site plan with, along that, currently there is an existing party wall, but towards the front of the building where the loading docks are, part of their space is actually part of the adjacent neighbor's space. So we're going to continue the party wall to the front of the building to separate the two buildings.
So how does that differ from what you just, this is for my own knowledge,
Yeah.
how does that differ from what you just call a wall?
Well, the party wall it separates two buildings, so the building is on the property line. So in case of a fire, one building, if it collapses, doesn't destroy the other building,
Oh, okay, so
and
it's
vice versa.
just the wall along an adjoining property?
Correct,
Okay, when I
yeah.
saw it on the drawings, I'd
Yeah.
never seen that before.
Yeah.
And I was just curious what that meant. Okay, great, that's
Yeah.
all. Thank you.
Okay, you know what, just have a seat, we'll open it up to public comment, and then we'll have you come back up. Anyone in the 3rd row? Anyone in the 5th row? Anyone in the 7th row? No? Come back up. Obviously, we say this to all our applicants. Mr. O'Keefe is right there, he's the building department superintendent. Anything that you are doing, you were talking about showers and plumbing and things structural stuff, make sure that you work closely with the building department so that we get this, you know, going smoothly. When it comes to signage, also work with the building department so that, you know, it meets code. what would you expect this to be from start to finish? When is the goal to open
October, somewhere between October 1st and November 1st.
of this year?
Mhm.
Excellent.
Is that the-
October 1st and November 1st of this year?
And it will happen.
It will happen, absolutely. We're going to do our part. When you are ready to open, reach out to the chamber. The chamber usually does a ribbon cutting. We'll come down, nice ceremony, you get some press. So it'll be nice, and we want to welcome you to the community. So please just keep us, in touch each step of the way. But I thank you for reaching out. We have discussed locations in Mineola. I'm glad it worked out for you. It's ironically, and I've told this story here, my parents worked in that building for over 25 years, a long time ago. And the use that you're proposing for me is a much better use for our community than what was there before. And so, although it did provide my parents with a way of providing for their families, I'm glad that it's going to be a recreational destination for people not only in our village, but in surrounding villages and frankly, throughout the area. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm excited, and I wish you much, much success. And again, as the Deputy Mayor said, thank you for choosing Mineola.
I just want to say that
Sure.
we're very excited about this project, but we've been looking at places for 2 years, and we couldn't be more excited to be in Mineola and doing this project in Mineola. So
It's the place to be.
it is. We're very excited.
More and more every day.
Thank you. I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori, seconded by Trustee Casado. Mr. Rivera, please poll the board.
Yes.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Yes, congratulations. I do know that you still have to go to the BZA, but our part is done. We wish you luck there, and good luck to you. And again, thank you for choosing Mineola. We'll see you out there on the courts.
Perfect, thank you.
Have a great night. Thank you. Thank you. Mr. Rivera.
Application of Weehong Su for a special use permit pursuant to Chapter 550 of the Code of the Incorporated Village of Mineola entitled zoning, Section 550-12 entitled B1 District, subsection B, to establish an acupuncture office upon the property known as 331 Willis Avenue, Mineola, New York, known and designated on the Nassau County Land and Tax Map as Section 9, Block 319, Lot 124.
Thank you. Mr. O'Keefe, affidavits of mailing? Received. Thank you. Mr. Gibbons?
Yes, Nassau County Planning Commission has recommended local determination, and I would ask for a resolution under CEQA designating this a Type 2 action.
I'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Casado, second by Trustee Salaski. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Any opposed? Motion carries. Come on up. Hi, how are you? Welcome.
Hi. First of all, the English is not my first language, I'm sorry.
Do your best.
Thank you very much. And actually, I'm doing my name is Wei Hong Shu, Weihong, S-H-U is my last name, okay. I come from Hong Kong, China, and before I come here, I have 20 years natural healing education experience. And I come to this country 18 years already. And during the pandemic, I just went to New York TCM school, just in Mineola, 200 Country Road there. And I finished 3 years master degree. And then I take the board examination, I got my license. The acupuncture right now is just look like a combination with our modern science and medicine to become the alternative choice of our patient. And a lot of the insurance cover it, because why? It is for the people. If you don't have to go to the surgery, maybe acupuncture can reduce your pain, reduce your anxiety. For our young, our senior person, maybe the chronic issues we also can deal with without just doing a lot of invasion our body like that. So acupuncture, be more and more popular because of this. And for our society, because of this maybe affordable, medical, expense as well, So that is why more and more commercial insurance and include in the future. We just like right now, just like try to pass through, the Medicare, or this system. If we can, we will find, we will just like serve for more and more people, So the relationship between me and Mineola, because I work for the property owner, Dr. Eugene Summers, for over 8 years as a dental assistant and X-ray technician, And I found a lot of, patients, definitely when the dental worker even very, very nervous, right? So Dr. Summers suggested me, said, okay, we can do something. And depends on my experience and said also my interest about acupuncture. I got the license. Right now, I serve for some dental patients, make them relax before they dental work. Yeah, acupressure only. This for free, totally for free, our Dr. Summers patient, And also these patients also need the acupuncture. If the insurance cover, they also can come to me. So that is why I just rent a room, in Dr. Summers' office. That is called the Suite 8, the room, right? This room, we don't need to do anything. We just put, beds, look like the massage beds and some equipments, And then this is needle without any injection, any chemical, no. Just like stimulation in your body. The works like, acupressure, but this one more deeper. Why we do this? It can increase the blood flow. Sometimes the body micro injury or even injury, the local inflammation, of course. So this needle can just get into and clear the inflammation by increase the, the blood flow, So the patient definitely, the sudden can feel like calm down and pain level goes down. Because we said that this one stimulates the natural dopamine from our brain to control the pain level. And if you keep doing a couple of times, sometimes the insurance covers 20 times for one session, for example, for one symptoms, for example, low back pain or neck pain, shoulder pain like that. Okay, 20, no problem, we don't need to refer, So then we taking 20 times is going to regeneration the tissues, So the patient very happy, they get healed without, surgery, something like that. So this is, thank you very much. You give me so many like good times to do like advertise for myself.
Well, we appreciate that. You did a great job.
Thank you very much, yes.
That was a great job. And I certainly know that in my family, we are believers in alternative approaches along with conventional medicine. My wife actually works in functional medicine.
Wow.
So we are very big believers. And yes, insurance has caught up. And we're glad that they have.
Mm-hmm.
The question I have is, this is currently a dentist's office. It's going to continue to be a dentist's office. You're just adding on.
Yes.
And if I remember correctly, was there an addition done to the building?
No,
No addition, right?
because doctor office only using 6 rooms.
Right.
2 rooms right now is empty.
Okay, so
No.
you're just going to operate
Correct.
inside of
Yes.
the current dentist's
Correct.
office?
I just changed the,
Okay.
the dental chair.
Right.
Just put my beds, that's it.
Excellent. And
Mhm.
so that doesn't change any of the parking. You have a little parking lot right next to it.
Correct.
You have on-street parking.
Yes.
So it's pretty easy.
Yeah.
Your hours and days of operation?
Yeah.
And will it just be you doing the acupuncture?
Yes.
Only you?
Yes,
And
only me.
how many days a week do you think?
Right now, because Friday, Dr. Sam is not work. I
Right.
work. Saturday, sometimes, the evening time,
Right.
I can work.
Okay.
Very flexible because I'm beginner.
Right, so
Yes.
you're going to do on appointments, basically?
Yes, but
based
only
on-
by appointments,
by
yes.
appointment. And you will take insurance?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm. Thank
Excellent.
you.
Any questions, Deputy Mayor?
No, I think it's a seamless fit. I wish you all the best. It sounds like an exciting adventure for you.
Thank you very much.
Trustee Casado?
No questions.
Trustee Clark?
Nothing.
Nothing?
Thanks.
Trustee Salaski?
No, you answered all my questions when you were talking. You did. Thank you.
Okay, welcome anytime, okay?
Thank you. I'll have you sit down for a
Yes, thank
second, and we'll open it up. Anybody in the 3rd row? Anybody in the 5th row? Anybody in the 6th row? Come on up.
Hi, I'm
Hi.
Victoria Carocchio. I live on Pomander Road. I've been here before to bring up parking on our street, and while I'm very excited and will likely utilize your services, parking is still a huge issue on our street, and I don't believe it's my job to go door to door to knock for. I'm worried for my safety going around asking about parking. So if there's 2 offices empty, but now they're gonna be utilized, I'm curious how that's gonna change the parking. There is street parking, but it's in front of our homes. No one's using the parking, the public parking lots. Their first choice is Pomander.
So I wasn't talking about, there are 2 issues here. So one, I wasn't talking about public parking. There is a parking lot that's dedicated to this building
Right.
just to the north of it. And it's not 2 offices, it's 2 rooms. So in other words, you go to a dentist,
Right,
there's several
within the
rooms.
office.
So 2 rooms that were currently there. And I would, I'm not an expert on acupuncture or dentistry. I would think that more people use dentists than use acupuncturists. So by removing 2 rooms of dentistry, you probably actually decrease. Now, as far as your issue with parking, which is not necessarily related to this application, the reason, and I think we've told you this before, if you get your neighbors, a majority of your neighbors, to agree to a certain parking restriction that you're all comfortable with, we have and will continue to, grant that, right? The alternate side, no parking from 9 to 10. They did that on Ferncroft, and it worked. As far as going to, the issue why we require a majority is because you may say, hey, for me it works, no parking because I'm off at work. Well, your neighbor may say, well, my parents come over and watch my kids and they have to park in front of the house. So we want to make sure that we accommodate as many people's wishes as possible. And that's why we ask for a kind of a 70% threshold of the homes, or we ask for some kind of survey of the neighborhood. We can certainly send that survey out once we get an idea, but it really has to start because we ask 50 people, they may have 50 ideas of what, no parking on weekends, alternate side, no parking in the morning, no parking in the afternoon, 2-hour parking, 3-hour parking, 30-minute parking, 90-second, it gets a little, so we would want you, the neighborhood, to come to us. I don't think that this business is going to, if the parking is bad, and I believe that it is, I live in that neighborhood, this business is not gonna make it worse.
No, but there were 2 empty offices rooms within the office building. And there's more and more businesses coming to that area, and our street is, sorry, we could talk about this another
Yeah.
time. I just saw the notice and
No, I'm glad, that's why we know, you're proof that the notice was sent out by the applicant.
Yeah.
And
And it's not you, it's just-
And I do have to commend the applicant because in this situation where it's really an interior thing, I mean, let's call it like, they could have essentially done it.
Of
And we
course.
wouldn't have known about it. She followed all the rules, she filed the permit application, she paid the fee, she's here doing a presentation. And again, I would say that this use is probably as innocuous of a use. You have to remember, she's gonna only treat 1 person at a time, right? And it's not gonna be, McDonald's drive-through, so I don't think, now, if there's issues with parking, those things we can talk about during a public meeting. We have a public meeting after this, you're welcome to stay. Or better yet, make an appointment with me, we can sit down and talk about it. What's that? Oh, no public
No,
meeting
that's
today.
fine.
Oh, work session, sorry, my bad. Work session. But let's have that conversation.
Sure.
Sure, okay? Mr. Rivera will give you his card, reach out, and think about, solutions.
It's been a
because-
couple years. I've been racking my brain, but
Okay.
again, I'm not going to go door to door. I've tried, I've spoken to people, separate issue, it's not you. I will call you, make an appointment, but I'm just,
Okay.
yeah. Thank
All right.
you.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
very
time.
much. Thank you, have a great night. Anybody in the 7th row? Okay, come on back. Anything you'd like to add?
My patient mostly parking in the dental office parking lots because my patient even go through the same door of the dental office.
Right.
So I don't think that parking, is going to make the worse for the street, Thank you.
We'll deal with that. Anybody else on the board?
No.
Okay, I'll entertain a motion to approve.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori, do we have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Clark, all in favor? Oh, no, wait, poll the board, sorry.
Yes.
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 Yes, and thank you. Welcome
Thank
to
you.
Mineola. Again, as I said earlier, anything that you're doing that you have a question about, reach out to the building department.
Sure.
Make sure that it complies so that it's seamless, smooth. And of course, please encourage your patients, once you've
Correct.
developed a rapport with them, not to park on the residential streets, but to park on Willis, to park in your parking lot, and to try to avoid parking in the residential streets. Okay?
Thank you.
Great.
Yeah, I will.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
I'll entertain a motion to close the public hearing.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Okay, we're gonna go right into our work session. So we're done. Congratulations.
Thank
Good
you very
luck to
much.
Take care. Wish you well. We're going right into our work session. I'll entertain a motion for approval of bills and payroll.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Casada. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Before Mr. Rivera gives us his clerk's report, earlier today, I mentioned that we ask that you keep the family of Bob Hink in your thoughts and prayers. Mayor Hink passed away yesterday evening at the age of 88. He was predeceased by his wife Patricia almost exactly 2 years to the day. He was the mayor when we acquired this building for Village Hall. He was the mayor in the late 1980s, early 1990s. The community planning committee that the master plan evolved from, put back together by Mayor Martins back in 2003, 2004, was chaired by Mayor Hink, then former Mayor Hink. In 2006, we celebrated our 100th anniversary. Mayor Hink, along with Candy Maya, were the two chairpeople of the Centennial Committee, did a great job. You may have heard of us talking about Community Development Block Grants, CDBG. Bob Hink was the coordinator for many, many years of our Community Block Grants program. He was a member of the Knights of Columbus, and he was also a Eucharistic minister at Corpus Christi Church. He is on our Wall of Honor. He was recognized by a street. We named a street after him a number of years ago called Hink Way. Unfortunately, Hink Way now is a no-way street because you can't access it. But, and I got the opportunity to meet Mayor Hink when I was first elected. Great sense of humor, very knowledgeable, community first. And if you've ever met him, he had a grip like a hawk. He would grab your hand, look you in the eye, and squeeze the blood out of you when he wanted something to get done. But really a treasure of our community, and I'm really glad that I had the opportunity to get to know Mr. Hink. And again, our condolences to his family, his children, his grandchildren, and now he's with his wife, Patricia. So,
And Mayor, he was also involved with Little League, MA for many years.
we all have great memories of Mayor Hink. Services will be right here at Cassidy Funeral Home on Monday and Tuesday, and I believe the funeral will be at Corpus Christi on Tuesday. So June 16th and 17th, you can certainly look it up. It will be online. So with that, thank you. And Mr. Rivera.
Good evening. Resolved to authorize Mayor Pereira to execute a contract with the New York State DOT for a grant of $25,000 for the installation of LED lighting at the Mineola train station.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Casada. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Resolved to approve a request from Boy Scout Troop 45 for the use of the John S. Devanzo Community Pool to conduct water safety training and merit badge requirements on Wednesday, June 25th, 2025, and Thursday, June 26th, 2025, from 5 p.m. to closing.
This is an annual request, and just a reminder, our pool opens this Saturday, June 14th at 11 a.m.
Correct.
11 a.m. Hope to see you there. Very excited. So I'll entertain a motion to approve this request by the Boy Scouts.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori. Do I have a second? Second by Trustee Casado. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
And 2 personnel items, resolved to authorize the posting of a clerk typist position in the Village Justice Court. Workdays are Monday through Friday, and hours are 8:30 a.m. to 4:30 p.m.
Entertain a motion to approve the posting of the position.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Salaski, second by Deputy Mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carried.
And resolved to authorize the salary increase of $4,000 to Highway Supervisor Michael Palumbo in the Highway and Parks Division of the Department of Public Works.
Okay, this was based on a title change a number of years ago, and this was overlooked. I'll entertain a motion to approve this increase. Motion by Trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Thank you. Mr. Palumbo.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Request a resolution authorizing the purchase of peroxide for well 4 AOP using the piggyback clause for the members of the LIWC for the following contract. Hicksville Water District Annual Maintenance Contract furnishing hydrogen peroxide for the water treatment, project number HKWD 2250. The funding source will be the 2025-2026 Water Fund budget and/or the Water Fund unreserved balance.
Entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Deputy Mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
A couple personnel items. Request a resolution accepting the retire resignation letter received from Andrew Ruggiero, parking meter attendant in the Parking Enforcement Division of the Department of Public Works, and authorizing the benefit payout in accordance with the collective bargaining agreement.
Okay, Andy, being in parking enforcement is a tough job.
Tough job.
It's probably one of the toughest, if not the toughest job that we have in the village. Nobody's ever happy to see you. Andy's done it for quite a while, so he's retiring. We wish him well, lots of good health, and nobody yelling at him forever.
Except
So-
for his wife.
Yes, so maybe his wife, yeah, maybe his wife. I guess she's entitled. But we wish him well. I'll entertain a motion to approve the benefit payout.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori. Do you have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Salaski. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Request a resolution authorizing the hiring of Greg Liebitz as a parking meter attendant in the Parking Enforcement Division of the Department of Public Works with the work days and hours as Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 4:30 p.m., with a starting salary of $18 an hour.
Entertain a motion to fill that position.
Motion.
Motion by Trustee Clark. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by Trustee Casado. All in favor?
Aye.
Any motion carries.
Next, request a resolution appointing existing employee Terrell Morris for the Labor Supervisor in the Sanitation Division of the Department of Public Works, recommended salary increase of $2 per hour.
Okay, so when we had a retirement of our working supervisor in sanitation, and then we had the number 2 who moved over to DPW to become your number 2, and that left some space there. So now we have a number 1, and Terrell will be our number 2. So it's essentially, it's to replace positions that have either been vacated by a retirement or vacated by an internal move. I'll entertain a motion to approve the appointment of Terrell to that position and the increase of $2 an hour.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori, second by Trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
Finally, request a resolution approving a salary increase of $3,000 to Labor Supervisor Chris Barbino in the Sanitation Division of the Department of Public Works.
Okay, and Mr. Barbino took over for Mr. Diodato, who was the labor supervisor prior, who retired, so everybody's
Keep
moving
track of
on.
all that.
Yeah, we do. And then, by the way, Mr. Barbino is doing a great job. I actually saw him out 2 days ago at like 7 in the morning, picking up cardboard and
yeah.
putting it in the back of his pickup truck. So we're excited to have, Mr. Diodato was with us for 30 some odd
30
years.
yeah.
So big shoes to fill, but Mr. Barbino is ready to do it. So we're going to increase his salary by $3,000. We'll entertain a motion.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Casado. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Clark. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries.
That's it, thank you.
That's it. Thank you. Okay, so usually I'm the one who forgets things, but today trustee Rivera forgot something, so he's got to come back up.
Sorry
We're
about that.
violating parliamentary rules, but okay.
Sorry about that. Resolved to authorize the hirings of seasonal employees for the John Estevanzo pool as listed in your packet.
And as we always do, people
Yeah.
fall off, people come on, so I'll entertain a motion to approve these new hires that have been added since the last time we approved the list.
Motion.
Motion by Deputy Mayor Sartori. Do I have a second?
Second.
Second by trustee Salaski. All in favor? Any
Aye.
opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you.
Nothing else?
Nothing else.
You sure? Okay. No, wait. Mr. Gibbons?
No report, Mayor.
Okay, thank you. I'll, before we close the work session, I do want to thank Mr. Palumbo and the DPW staff and the park staff for installing a peace pole that we unveiled yesterday at Memorial Park. It sits just at the south east corner of the library. It was donated by the Mineola Garden City Rotary Club to commemorate their 100th anniversary. It looks nice. The Chaminade students are going to walk by it. Everybody that enters the park is going to walk by it. There are peace poles in 190 nations and every state of all different shapes and sizes, but they all have the same message, which is, may peace prevail on earth. And I think that that's a message that we need to hear now more than ever. And it's a good reminder. But you know, evolution as it is, there's now a QR code on the peace pole that you can, you know, with your phone, scan it, and it tells you the history of the poles. Our pole is registered, its location. You can look up locations of other peace poles throughout the world, and it tells you the history of the peace pole project. May seem like a small thing, but I think that at Memorial Park, where we honor only the fallen veterans, that there would be a pole that would certainly have the statement of may peace prevail on earth. So thank you to your staff. Did that very quickly and beautifully, and I know that the members of the Rotary Club were very impressed, and we're very proud of that. So thank you. Anybody want to add anything? Okay, we'll see you this Friday night.
Just quickie.
Yep.
This Sunday is Father's Day. It's also Troop 45's annual pancake breakfast, 7:30 to noon at the Mineola High School.
Yes, that, absolutely. Yep, okay. So we have this Friday, June 13th at 7:30. Our first concert in the park, Who's Next, which is a Who tribute band. So please come on out, bring your chairs, your blankets, and enjoy a great night. As trustee Casado mentioned, on Sunday, we have the annual Troop 45 Father's Day Pancake Breakfast at Mineola High School. And then next Saturday, the 21st, on 2nd Street, we have our Arts Festival, the second in our event series, from 4 p.m. to 9 p.m. between Mineola Boulevard and 2nd and Main Street. And it's going to be arts and painting and murals and food trucks and food and music and activities. So please come on out the 21st. And this Saturday, the pool opens at 11 a.m. Anything else? I think that's it. Anybody else on the board?
We also have a concert on the 20th.
Oh, we also have a concert on the 20th. It is a 1980s
80s
band. What's it called? Love Song, New Wave 1980s. So those of you who went to Dublin Pub, this is right up your alley. We'll hope to see you there. Check our website, check mineolaevents.com. Check our Big Belly garbage cans. They have our whole schedule on there, so you can look it up there. There's many, many ways for you to do that. We hope that we see you at all of these events. Thank you. Have a great night. I'll entertain a motion to close the work session.
Motion.
Motion by trustee Clark, second by
Second.
Deputy Mayor Sartori. All in favor?
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. Good night, everyone.